It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's coming up next.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers, because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field and he's creating with big throws downfield.
And he's got room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Herbert now. That is caught. It's Williams. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chargers march right down the field. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, and look, the game between college and the NFL continues to creep closer, but that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you'd snap the ball from the 3-yard line there, whether it's going for 1 or going for 2. So it makes sense to try it that way, to maybe fake it. In this case, from the 15, makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hurts. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown. Mike Williams on the touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. It's Eckler again. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. That second down play nets a -4. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, 60 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. What a first quarter. Boom, you're up 3 scores just like that, and the offense clicking. And they're thinking to themselves, we can totally overwhelm this team. Now flip it over. They're going to get the ball back. Yeah. Can't panic here. Talk to yourselves one play at a time to try and get back in. And that's cliche, but really that's the message. This is still very early on in the game. We're in the first quarter. If you look at it as down 20, then you almost have no shot. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts. Hurts fumbles it, and picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Up the middle with Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down. Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting 4th and goal now. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Xander Horvath taking it in from 2 yards out. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2 unsuccessful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on the short pass.
As Sanders has it poked free and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play. Short kick. Where do the up middle take it now?
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
From the 41, Hurts looking middle, and it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Ekeler.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Ekeler going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
A big play there for L.A. 52 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Justin Herbert
scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. The 40, 30, past the 20. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
Okay, ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit.
So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. But I'm not sure that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us, let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
From the 31, Herbert.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On first down, Justin Herbert. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Got a man. It's Brown.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And they will remain well behind.
It's hard to be surprised at the miss there with the way this first half has gone. Here they were hoping to get some sort of momentum to carry them into the locker room, but even this doesn't pan out.
They'll start with the option.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So we've come to... You sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now a look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. On the return, Carter. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Dances by at the 20. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the 1st down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Herbert going to try and run.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5, and he gets in. When no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Hurts. Flushed out right. Hurts fumbles it and picked up by the Chargers. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Defense.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown! Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Throwing is Hurts. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Wide receiver Keenan Allen bringing out the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once more, here's Eckler. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It was Brandon Graham that came in there and got him. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because
Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
it's asking an awful lot of the punt team there because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake. But when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult to do, all right? So you might even think to yourself, if I left my offense on the field, would they be able to pick that up? You could run a nice play and not get that distance.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man is, and I think the ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, Eckler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And some space here. Look at the big man rumble. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Elliott good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That's going to
go as a loss of 17 on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and about a mile here. A handoff, it's Eckler. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. On third down, it's Spiller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now the rookie's free. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly